It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Seneca. From the moment we open our eyes every morning, we face humanity's most valuable and at the same time most squandered currency, time. There is a universal complaint, a lament that echoes in gyms, offices, and homes across the world. I don't have time. We use it as a shield to justify our lack of progress, as a blindfold to avoid seeing our lack of discipline, and as an excuse to forgive ourselves for not living the life we dream. But Seneca, observing this decadence of Roma 2,000 years ago, had already identified that the problem is not the brevity of life, but the way we chop it up and hand it over to the insignificant. Life is not short. We make it short. We have been given a vast and fertile state, but instead of cultivating it, we allow the weeds of distraction and sloth to consume it until only a barren wasteland remains. The first step for a man seeking his best version, for a warrior in training like you, is to destroy the illusion of temporal scarcity. If we analyze our 24 hour with brutal honesty, we will discover that time doesn't run out on us. It escapes us. It escapes in the minute we spend staring at the screen without purpose, consuming the cheap dopamine of social media. It escapes in hollow conversation about other people's lives that contribute nothing to our own. And above all, it escapes in indecision. Indecision is the greatest thief of existence. We spend more time thinking about how we are going to start studying or how we are going to organize our routine than actually executing. The time of infinite preparation is in reality a form of cowardice disguised as perfectionism. Seneca warns us that while we wait for life to be perfect before acting, life simply passes by. The river of time does not stop to wait for you to be ready. It flows with absolute indifference toward your excuse. Consider for a moment the economy of your hours. We are extremely protective of our money. If someone tried to steal a bill from our wallet, we would react with force. If someone tried to invade our home, we would install locks and alarm. But when it comes to our time, we allow anyone to walk in and take a slide. We allow a third-party drama, an algorithm-suggested video, or a thought of self-pity to hijack our attention for hours. Time is the only asset that has no refund. You can lose a fortune and recover it through work. You can lose a relationship and build a new one. But an hour surrendered to nothingness is a fragment of your life that has officially died. A strongman is one who plays guards at the door of his attention. It is not about being rude. It is about being aware that every yes you give to a distraction is a no you give to your purpose, your learning, and your personal growth. This lack of respect for time is born from an unconscious belief that we are immortal. We live as if we had an infinite supply of tomorrows. Tomorrow, tomorrow I will read the book. Tomorrow I will practice my pronunciation. Tomorrow I will be the man I promised to be. The problem is that tomorrow is a mystical land where all the world's mediocrity is kept. Stoicism teach us memento mori. Remember that you will die. It is not a thought intended to depress you, but to wake up you. If you knew that if you knew that today was the last day you had to speak, would you waste time arguing over nonsense? Or would you use every word to express your thought? If you knew your time was running out, would you be afraid to make me a mistake? Or would you simply throw yourself in with all energy? Urgency is the food of excellence. The man who knows his time is limited has not room for laziness, he only has room for action. Look around you and you will see men who have reached 50 or 60 with face full of regret. They don't regret having failed. They regret not having tried, having let decades slip through their fingers while waiting for the right moment. The right moment is a lie of the ego. Only the now exists. Your strength lie is showing that the process is messy, the learning is difficult, and the time carries weight, but that every second is invested in oneself is a victory over this. Learning step by step is an act of rebellion against waste. It is saying, I use my minutes to expand my mind, not to numb it. Every time you choose study over empty leisure, you are buying your future freedom. You are building a man who does not depend on luck because he has invested his time in becoming valuable. The quality of your life is ultimately the quality of your time management. If you sow hours of complaining, you will harvest a life of frustration. If you sow hours of conscious effort, you will harvest a life of power. Seneca invites us to perform an audit of our soul. How much of your life has truly been yours? How much has been belonged to your fears? How much to your bias? And how much to expectation of others? You will realize that what remains is a very small fraction. That small fraction is your true life. The rest is just time that has passed over you. The goal is not to do more things, but stop doing the thing that subtract from you. Productivity is not filling the calendar. It is emptying if of everything that is not essential to your mission. A warrior doesn't carry unnecessary baggage. He only carries what he needs for the battle. Finally, we must understand that discipline is not a prison. It is the key to the cell. The undisciplined man is a slave to his impulse, his mood, and change. The disciplined man who masters his time is the only one who is truly free. He decides when he works, when he rests, and when he grows. It is not that the day is short, this that our will is often small, but the will, like the body, is a muscle that the strength will use. Start today by reclaiming a small block over time. 10 minutes of reading, 15 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of learning something. To do not allow those blocks to be negotiable. Treat them as an appointment with the most important person in the world, yourself. If you do not respect your own time, no one else will. Brother, the next time you feel the temptation to say, I don't have time, stop, breathe. Remember Seneca. Recognize that what you have is a lack of priority of or a lack of energy. You are not short on life. You are full of time that you are allowing others or your own device to waste. Take the reins, organize your chaos, stop debating what you should do and start being the man who does it. Greatness does not require eternal life. It requires men who know what to do with a Wednesday afternoon. Make your passage through this world not a series of days that vanish into nothingness, but a solid constitution of moment life with intention. Reclaim your property. The time is yours, the past is yours, and victory belongs only to the one who stopped losing his life to start possessing it. Be the man and make every second count, because at the end of the road, the only thing that we will have is the satisfaction of having spent our time on what was truly worth it, our evolution.